Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Joshy P. Welcome to the video. Today, we're talking about Eagles Jets predictions. But man, let me tell you, man, I've been really trying to have a good weekend because I really think my hopes are going to be crushed tomorrow for the Eagles season. But before I get into that, we had a bitchin' football game at my high school on Friday night. Today, I went to Dorney Park with my pals. One of my pals, his parents own a restaurant, so we got free food. I mean, I never knew this dude was cool. We're gonna chill all the time now. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's off topic. We're talking Eagles Jets, right? So, like I said, I was getting my hopes up because I knew my hopes are going to be crushed this weekend. So I legitimately think the Eagles are going to lose this game, although I am trying to remain optimistic. This season is really turning into quite the dumpster fire. Um, I don't know, we just got to turn things around. So let's go. I pride myself on detail. Let's go into detail. Kiko Alonso is not playing. He has a partial MCL sprain. Might need surgery. Doesn't know what he's gonna do yet. It's pretty brutal, man. He's definitely one of our best defenders, and he's a top two middle linebacker on this team. In my opinion, he's elite. So him being out is a real hit to this team. It's a real hard hit to this team, and it's gonna be a lot harder to defend against the Jets, who. I mean, we got D'Amico Ryans in there and Jordan Hicks now because Michael Kendricks is ruled out for this game too, who's got a pulled hamstring, which kind of sucks. Um, it's going to be hard to cover over the middle. And when your linebackers are playing good and they're able to cover, it makes a hell of a lot better, easier job for your cornerbacks to play. And, with the way Byron Maxwell's playing, it's just honestly, Nolan Carroll should be the one because Nolan Carroll is playing solid. Okay, he might not be playing fantastic, but he's playing solid. Byron Maxwell's playing like trash. So we need some help in the secondary. Defensive line is good. I said Thornton's not playing, which sucks because he was playing really well against the Cowboys. He was getting real nice pressure against the best offensive line in the game. So him being out's hard is a hard hit. Taylor Hart's probably not even going to play, so Brandon Bear is going to have to step it up. I think that's it on the defensive side of the ball. As long as Thurm and Jenkins are really playing well, Malcolm Jenkins is having himself one hell of a year. So if he's playing well, good for him, you know. Let's talk offense because that's really where this team is really struggling is offense. Sam Bradford's really just got to play better. He played well against Atlanta, right? He was like a check down Charlie, but he was completing his passes, and he really wasn't doing that. He was showing zero accuracy against Dallas. That one pick that he threw to Sean Lee was probably the right decision, but it was a bad throw. If he would have thrown it up higher, Sean Lee wouldn't have been able to touch that ball. His back was turned, pretty plain and simple. He would have gotten a PI or something. You just got to make a better throw there. That's pretty much it. And the wide receivers can't keep dropping these balls, man. Two of Sam Bradford's interceptions have been because of drop passes. The other one he threw to Sean Lee, and the other one he got railed as he threw the ball, and the defender was behind the ref, so he didn't even see him. So I blame two of the or I only blame Sam for one interception. Okay, and now we're going to get to the obvious here. The offensive line is playing like dick, and that's the reason that everything is struggling. I mean, granted, Sam, I don't think he's even gotten sacked so far. So I mean, but he's taken some pretty big hits. I don't think he's gotten sacked though. They've done a decent job in pass protection, but he's getting railed. I'm not going to lie. He's getting railed back there, and he's shaky. He's shaky. Sam's shaky. But DeMarco Murray was pissed at the Dallas game, so that man wants the ball. But the problem is, we can give you the ball all you want. We can give you 100 carries, and you're not going to get all but 2 yards with the way the offensive line is playing. And it really, it's in the hand of the guards. And honestly, if the guards were playing like shit, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. The way that Jason Kelsey normally plays, Lane Johnson and Jason Peters normally play, should be able to make up for the fact that Andrew Gardner and Alan Barber are playing like trash, and they really shouldn't because they're not trash. I know they're not garbage. They're at least average, and they're not playing like they're average. They're playing like they're $10 million below average, and it's awful. It's really bad, and it needs to be fixed, and that's pretty much it. If the run game doesn't get going tomorrow, which is going to be hard because the Jets' defensive line is just so good, and so is their secondary, it's just going to be one hell of a day. It's just going to be a defensive game at that point because the Jets' offense really isn't that scary. Chris Ivory's not going to be in there. And what else? That's pretty much. They got Brandon Marshall. Eric Decker's probably not going to play, and we might get help. Darrell Revis might not play, and then at that point, all we have to worry about is Antonio Cromartie and Buster Screen in their secondary, which are like okay. I think Jordan Matthews could beat out both of them, but yeah, it really lies. This game is in the hands of the offensive line and the run game. And if Jordan Hicks can step up like he did last week against the Cowboys, he forced that fumble and injured Tony Romo. That was a huge play. If he can do stuff like that, I mean, he got burned up the sideline for like 28 yards, or I forget how much it was, but it was to was it Joseph Randall? No, it was their Lance Dunbar. He just like blew up Jordan Hicks, but he made up for it the next play, forced a fumble and injured Tony Romo. So I'm looking for a good game tomorrow. Honestly, my prediction is like 21-10 Jets. So I don't expect us to win this game, but I'm trying to remain optimistic. Like we can win this game. Excuse me. It's just the offensive line. It's brutal. It really is. It's brutal. The fight in the trenches is being lost, and it's killing us. It's really, really killing us. So hopefully we can really turn things around tomorrow, and the season can go from 6-10 to like 10-6, and maybe a playoff berth. Like the NFC East is so bad right now that it's really anybody's at this point. Like the NFC East is like the NFC South of last year, like Atlanta's division. So I mean, we can win this. We could really can get a playoff berth at like 8-8 maybe. So hopefully it happens. But honestly, it's very hard to remain optimistic with this team. But I will. Like, there's so many. All right, let me just clarify this. And I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. There's so many stupid Eagles fans. It's ridiculous. Like, I saw people on Instagram, like these Eagles accounts, that were saying that we should have kept Raheem Mostert. Like, honestly, why on earth would Raheem Mostert benefit us at all right now? Why at all? Kenyon Barner is better than him. Darren Sproles is better than him. Ryan Matthews is better than him. And DeMarco Murray is certainly better than him. Why on earth would keeping Raheem Mostert like affect our chances at winning at all? It wouldn't nearly. I mean, he's a track star. He's not a football player. Sorry, it's just reality. And everybody's saying Chip should be fired. That's just stupid, to be honest. Shit happen. Like, coaches go through rough patches, and I think what we will see tomorrow, if they come out firing on all cylinders, Chip got his shit together. It's pretty much it. And like, we will really see. Like, tomorrow is going to be a huge test for Chip Kelly, like, what he can endure as a head coach and what he can bounce back from. So I'm very excited to see what he does, and I'm nervous as shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a big time game. I'm watching it with a bunch of Jets fans, so it's gonna be nerve wracking for me, especially. Like, I put my heart and soul in this team. Okay, I really do. Like, a loss, it kills me. It really does. It affects me. Like, I get all like sad and shit. So like, I need a win, man. I really do. But I don't think we're gonna win. So I'm just going into it with that attitude, and maybe it'll be a win. Like, I went into the Atlanta game expecting a blowout. I went into the Dallas game thinking that we were gonna blow them out of the water too. And look what happened. We couldn't beat a depleted Dallas team. So I'm expecting the worst. And yeah, so that's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Talk to me on Twitter. I'm always talking Eagles. If you want to talk about Eagles, follow me on Twitter. Subscribe, do all the good stuff. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support recently. My name is Josh. See you guys in the next one. Deuces.